And hello again, everybody! This is Bobby U! And championship weekend has arrived. My favorite weekend of the year. 4 teams knocking on the door to call themselves NFC or AFC champions. And to go into the Super Bowl to try and win a world championship. And what we got this year are 2 teams returning to the exact same spot they were last year and trying to knock the doors down and get past what they could not do last year. 3 of the 4 teams that were in the championship games are back this year. Only the New York Giants not there this year, replaced by the Atlanta Falcons. In Game 1, the NFC Championship game pits the San Francisco 49ers going to Atlanta. San Francisco was in this game last year at home. 2 special teams fumbles cost the San Francisco 49ers a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Many consider them the best team last year, the most well-rounded team last year. But it was the Giants who knocked them off. And this year they return now to the championship game on the road in Atlanta, with Colin Kaepernick leading the way instead of Alex Smith. And Kaepernick coming off the game of his life. 183 yards rushing, 2 rushing touchdowns, and looking dominant against the Green Bay Packers' weak defense. And the Atlanta Falcons last week, who finally knocked the doors down for a playoff win after going 0-3 in their last 3 playoff games behind Matt Ryan and Mike Smith, blowing a 20-0 lead only in the last 31 seconds, driving 35 yards for the game-winning field goal by Matt Bryant and getting the monkey off their backs. And this game, to me, it's a tough one. I don't really like either team. I've been against Colin Kaepernick the entire year, and all year he's thrown it back in my face. And me, like mostly everyone else, I felt the Falcons have been overrated and never been tested, and last week really didn't prove a whole lot to me. But in this game, if you're going to go point spread-wise, I would definitely take the Falcons, point spread 4 in favor of the San Francisco 49ers on the road. I don't see Colin Kaepernick having anywhere near close to the game that he had last week. Everyone's on the 49ers bandwagon. Everyone is now firmly on Colin Kaepernick's bandwagon. And I think the Falcons are going to shut Kaepernick down to a degree. They have 2 great weapons in Roddy White and Julio Jones. San Francisco does have a great defense. Crabtree is hot for San Francisco. They still have Vernon Davis. Kaepernick, I think, is going to make a couple of mistakes. It's going to be enough for the Atlanta Falcons to knock the doors down and make it to the Super Bowl. Returning to the Super Bowl, where they played the Denver Broncos and Dan Reeves in 1999 at Super Bowl 33. Final score, Falcons 24, 49ers 17. Falcons advance to Super Bowl 47. The AFC Championship game, a rematch of last year's game that was won by the Patriots, but really should have been won by the Ravens, who outplayed New England for most of the day, and even Joe Flacco outplayed Tom Brady. But a drop pass by Lee Evans in the corner of the end zone, and then a missed chip shot field goal by Billy Cundiff cost the Ravens a chance. And right now, I think the Ravens can do no wrong. They are on that magic carpet ride that so many teams have jumped on the past couple of years, namely the Giants in 2007 and 2011, and the Green Bay Packers in the 2010 season. Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, older now, but can still play, can still make a difference. And Joe Flacco making all the throws, making all the plays. Torrey Smith and Anquan Bolden. I don't think the Patriots are going to be able to maintain the Ravens' offense. And I think the defense will do just enough to make a couple of plays. But what I love about this game is this is completely full circle now for the Ravens. People and teams and players would sign off when they left the field last year just to get back to that spot again and give them one more chance. One more chance to climb that mountain and make the Super Bowl. And they've been given that chance after a full year of training camp, off-season workouts, a full season, the playoffs, an unbelievable win last week against the Denver Broncos when Joe Flacco connected on a 70-yard bomb, dismantling the Broncos' porous defense, and then finally winning in double overtime. This seems to be the Ravens' year, the Ravens' time, and they've made it back here now. And Tom Brady, one of the best quarterbacks of all time, standing in their way still. This game's going to go down to the wire, and I think it's going to be the Ravens' defense standing up one final time, one final stop on the final drive, stopping the Patriots and going to the Super Bowl. Their first trip to the Super Bowl since they beat the Giants in Super Bowl 35. Final score, the Baltimore Ravens 27, the New England Patriots 23. Super Bowl 47 will be set. The Falcons, the Ravens. That's the way it's going to be. This is Bobby U, and we'll see you again when the sun will shine once more.